History is never silent. Even after the fall of Rome, the echoes of empire lingered in the hills and forests of Britain. The legions had gone, leaving behind crumbling forts, abandoned roads, and a land in chaos. Once a province of the great Roman Empire, Britain now faced a terrifying uncertainty. Tribes that had been subdued under Roman rule were free again. But this new freedom came with incredible danger. From the Scottish Highlands to the southern coastlines, warlords and chieftains began carving out their territories with swords and fire. The air grew thick with tension. Farmers hid in their villages, children clung to their mothers, and the old watched as the entire world they knew fell apart. This was the age when legends were born, heroes were forged, and the very soul of a nation was tested. Angles of Roman strategy still lingered in the abandoned forts, yet the absence of a central authority meant new alliances and betrayals unfolded with frightening speed. Britons armed themselves with whatever they could find: iron-tipped spears, sturdy shields, and the fierce courage that comes from defending one's home. Across the land, battles raged not just for power, but for survival. The Picts in the north struck suddenly, leaving entire villages in smoke. Saxon raiders from across the sea landed on exposed shores, demanding tribute and often taking it by force. Every confrontation left scars, but it also taught lessons. The British tribes learned quickly who to trust and who they had to fight. Amid this chaos, a new culture began to emerge, one that blended the remnants of Roman order with native traditions. Ancient hill forts were reoccupied, becoming centers of defense and local governance. Roads once used by legions were revived for trade and movement, and slowly, the people of Britain began to reshape their world. This was not just a war of swords and spears, it was a war of identity. The people of Britain were no longer subjects of Rome. They were becoming something new, a mosaic of tribes, languages, and customs, bound together by conflict and the sheer will to survive. Every hilltop, every river crossing, every forested glen became a stage for incredible courage. Ordinary farmers became warriors. Mothers protected their families with fierce determination, and leaders rose from humble beginnings to unite their people against the chaos. History tells us that empires fall, but the human spirit endures. The War for Britain is a story of resilience, of adaptation, and of a nation finding itself in the ashes of another. By the time new kingdoms finally took shape across the land, Britain had endured a crucible of fire, steel, and strategy. And from those turbulent years, a legacy was born, one that would shape the history of the British Isles for centuries to come. This is the story of a land caught between empires, of warriors and ordinary people alike, and of a nation that refused to disappear into the long shadows of Rome. If you found this story of Britain's defiant survival fascinating, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more journeys into the past. Thanks for watching.